Hey everybody, welcome back to Adventures in Trucking. It is Monday. We are in Columbia, South Carolina. This morning we dropped off a load in Richburg, South Carolina, and we had to head, I guess, about 55-60 miles down here to Columbia, South Carolina. So we got a load of steel on here. I shot Shorty can show y'all some of the stuff we got in the plant here. Steel coils. So we got three little ones trying to get steel. All three together. So yeah, this is what we got on the trailer. That's three coils, they're a little bit over 6,500 pounds a piece. So most of that big part yeah, we got them off. We have them tarped down, and this is how we chain them down. I don't have my coil racks on the truck with me, so basically I just lock in each end of my dunnage, so that basically once you bind this chain down, this is locked down, it's not moving anywhere. Same thing, so each one of them is locked down to where it's not moving because my coil racks are at the house. So anyhow, we got them on, we have a coil, we have a chain down, and we will make our way to Lynchburg, Virginia with this. So yeah, you guys stay tuned, and we'll give you a little update when we get on the road.
Alright guys, Hot Shot Shorty here. Just gonna talk about what we got going for today and kind of the course of our day and what happened, how we recovered. First we'll start off with our lunch right here. This is our food cooler, which right now we got all the food over there, but this is the food cooler we got. This is the drink cooler. So we got a couple sandwiches and subs that Mom made, and then got a Powerade for me and soda that I got. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just move right on to the course of the day. Pretty much we had the van that's back there, and we were supposed to pick up a 2023 Chevy Silverado, but they finally got us. They finally got us. We missed them by 10 inches. So we were really, fortunate enough to where I was able to pivot and kind of, resolve the situation and get these sprayers up on the front here. Those are only, I think it's 2,500 pounds between the both of them, or 3,000, something like that. But yeah, they finally got us. We had, like I said, a 2022 Silverado. We tried to put the van up front, then we tried to put the Silverado up front. We tried to, we were even willing to take the bumpers off of this thing, but they were saying, oh, it's a government vehicle and we can't do that because it's a government vehicle. And so yeah, they were trying to take, we were willing to take the bumpers off of the vehicles, like I said, but they were saying, oh, it's a government vehicle, they're not going to allow us to do that. And I believe that the guy that worked at the dealership was willing to potentially do it, but because he wasn't directly in charge of hiring us to move the vehicles, he said it was going through Norfolk Southern, that they would have to ultimately make that decision, as well as the broker on this load. But he didn't seem like he was up in arms about willing to take the bumpers off. But we get it, no worries. Out of his control, above his pay grade type of situation. So I, immediately pivoted and got these sprayers. And, pretty straightforward. 2 straps on them each. One in the front, one in the back. Same for the back on the van there. 2 in the front, 1 in the back, going through the frame rails. We got the cluster hooks. They're going through the frame rails, and on the back side over there, we have the over the wheel style strap that goes over the wheel and then down into the stake pocket. These are going to Tennessee in the front. They're going to go right outside of Knoxville to Athens, Tennessee. This is going to Danville, Kentucky, and we're going to drop that one and then pick up another van just like it, and that's also going to Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we have both of these loads essentially. We'll swing through Kentucky and then head down to Tennessee, and we'll drop both of them in Tennessee. And we're looking pretty good on a rate per mile on this as well. So keeping the week going strong, no complaints.
Right there. Where's the back? Welcome back to Adventures in Trucking. Today is Tuesday. We're in Harleyville, South Carolina. We have a load of grout on here. It's in bags, 50-pound bags, and this load weighs 16,800 pounds. So we did have to tarp it, of course, and just show you guys our tarp work. So we got it strapped under the sides and all the way under the bottom. Belly strap across the front of it, holding the roll down in the front. Same thing on the rear when you roll up the excess tarp, because this tarp is actually about 24 feet in length. And so there's a lot of tarp that we obviously didn't need. But yeah, headed to Clearwater, Florida with this load. And we're already fueled up. It is 10 minutes till 10 in the morning. So our plan is to maybe get down there and make it today and get it offloaded today.
Alright guys, Hot Shot Shorty here, just gonna walk you through me chaining down this corner of the Mini X here. So I got my hook in right here, and it's gonna come down. We're gonna go this pipe spool right here. Pull it tight. Like that. I don't know how everybody else does it. Just for me, I just know it's easier if I got it going from the hook down and around, and then I've got here my tail, if you will, and I move all the excess out the way, and then that makes it easier for me to know where I'm hooking up one side of my binder and the other. It just makes it easier for me personally. We'll hook it like right there. Move this end around like that, and then boom, I know that I got a hook somewhere along this tail. And you want to pull it tight, because the more slack you take out, the tighter it'll be, and you won't have to necessarily restart it, because if it's too loose when you start, by the time you get to the end of these threads, if it's too loose, you'll have to start over and do it all over again. So you want to get all the slack out, pull it as tight as you can off the rip, and then that way you don't have to restart. And sometimes you have to restart, you know, it is what it is. But so I flip this lever here to tighten it. Another trick is, instead of starting like this, because it's still loose, you can do it by hand a lot faster like this, and it'll take a lot of that slack out, and then you can start crashing it down like that. And then, so all my excess is here out the way, and then I had to position this so that it's not interfering with this when I want to tighten it down further down the road, or initially, or you know, whatever. If I move this part too far up, then it'll hit this, and then all I can do is like that. See, I need to tighten this one down.
So this is our setup at the back. Y'all have seen us do this before. This is how we brace up our ramps to take the weight. This mini X that we have on the trailer here, they told us it was, I think, 8,900 pounds. But then they also added a thumb to it, so it's a little heavier, probably right around 9,000 pounds. Our ramps are good for 10,000 pounds. And when we're kind of questioning whether or not that's going to be strong enough, we'll just block them up in the middle like you see here, or like you've seen us do before. And that way, you know, we just don't have to worry about putting too much of a bow in our ramp. We have done loads where we've braced these ramps up twice. So, you know, one time closer towards the ground, and then we'll have a second stack of wood further up towards the top where the ramps are braced in two different
breaker
locations.
Bar.
So
there you go. Yeah,
we've got them on
load bar
today, and this is our load as we're getting ready to pull out.
And
so
the reason you hit it with the load bar is so that if there is any slack that you can't see, because sometimes what will happen is like one of these buckles will get stuck
on these chains
and you think it's tight, and what happens is when you hit it like this, it frees that up, and if you hear like a pop sound or you see it move, then you know, okay, it was loose. And it wasn't exactly
that extra link out of it.
Yeah, it wasn't actually as tight as what you thought it was.